I'm Mike. I am an alcoholic. Hi. Uh, I'm very grateful to be here for many reasons. I'm grateful seeing also a couple of friends that also wake up very early, like me, being here and sharing with you. Uh, I haven't prepared anything, obviously. Uh, it will be tough, 15, 20 minutes, but I'll do my best. Since today I have since a couple of months is for me clear. I have a new mission in my life, and I'm very grateful for that too. And that mission is to try to do my best to share what I've learned to other people who suffers, to change completely as best as possible their life. I'm also very grateful, thanks to this COVID we had, which saved my ass, because you will soon understand as I'll try to explain shortly my story. It's thanks to COVID that I had the opportunity to stay in new rooms, to stay in new groups, to meet new people, to feel new energy, to feel something new. I wasn't aware until some months ago. I learned it very, I would say, different months after I started the program, what really happened. But actually, by meeting or following meeting in other groups, at a certain point, unconsciously, I said, okay, that's what I want. And that's what I did. I give my best and I surrender completely to try to get there, and still doing that. So I've sort of been in a meeting. It was 2002, 2003. I was around 30 age. Today I'm 48, and I'm a bit more than 9 months sober. I've been, after many collapses and one stay in a clinic for 28 days, I started staying abstinent, and I've been abstinent for more than 12 years, following and going to groups for that long period. And I thought that was my solution. I thought I was in recovery. I thought, because some of my, how do you say, parts of my life, parts of my personality changed and improved. That's the perception I had, but that was only an illusion, because I've never worked the program, never worked the steps. I had a sponsor, but the sponsor never worked the program, never worked the steps. So he wasn't able to pass me what I'm receiving now. And so I collapsed for 4.5 years. Was awful. And at the end, it was so, how can you say, both with drinking and without drinking, it was really awful. I was really at the bottom of. My dignity was lost. I remember maybe almost every day I came back to my home place, to my family, to my wife and my 2 sons. I was crying, desperate. So at a certain point, thanks to COVID, as I said, thanks to following other groups, I asked for help. I got 2 phone numbers. I called one of them. This guy came to me and he passed me some of the messages that flashed me. And there I surrendered, and I started doing whatever they told me to do without questioning. I didn't have the luxury to question. I just did what I've been told. And after a while, I changed my sponsor. I still have a sponsor. Who has a sponsor? I'm working the program as best as I can. And again, I'm extremely grateful to be here. And now I know that these 12 years in program was not recovery, it was just being abstinent. And I changed completely. I see life now on a different view. The problem was still the same, completely the same. Nothing changed. 1 year ago, I was living a life alone, sorry, apart from my family. And today I'm still living apart from my family alone. And I suffered from my solitude. You can imagine. I was walking during the night until 5 o'clock or more, even later in the morning to the village because I couldn't sleep, because I couldn't stand my loneliness. Today, or even since a lot of weeks now, I don't even remember, but quite at the beginning of my recovery, loneliness was not a problem anymore. And in addition to that, I'm not alone anymore. I have lots of friends, a lot of friends, including you. And I'm very grateful to try to share that with you. So it is by the fact I surrendered completely, that I trusted a friend, that I tried my best to do what I've been told to do. I tried my best to walk the steps and continue to walk them every single day. That today I am a new person, or I am a person completely changed. I can't translate it, but rivoltato come un calzino, we would say in Italian, which means to turn upside down like a sock. I don't know if somebody of you understand what I mean, but that's the way it is. Meanwhile, with the help of my high power, which I discovered by surrendering and by starting trying to cultivate spiritual life I've never had, and I found it. Today I was able also, with his help, with the help of my sponsor, with the fact I can confront myself with friends, I was able already to change some parts of my life. I can give you an example. For one of my instincts, which was misplaced, or still is misplaced, I had 2 jobs, not 1, 2 jobs. And a certain stage, I was feeling uncomfortable. And I remember this was really one of the worries I had. It was 2 months in my recovery. And was one of the constant thought I had for a while. And I was on the phone with my sponsor, and I asked for the first time loud to my higher power for help. And immediately I got the answer what I should try to do. But months later, not alone, but confronting myself with my sponsor, the fact is I quit one of the 2 jobs. So I'm starting doing some order in my life. And today, having only 1 job, I'm extremely more relaxed. The worries and the bad sensation I had is not here anymore. And I'm also very aware that this is only a very small beginning. There are lots of stuff in my different areas of my life that will change and will need to get order, but one day at a time. First of all, what my friends who came that day to save my ass told me, first things is your recovery. You should put anything on top of your recovery. And I was explaining that to a friend yesterday who still suffer. Because he told me, if you put something on top of your recovery, that's the second thing you're going to lose. That's one of the messages I got very strongly. And the second one is, you are a dead man walking. So be aware of these 2 things and do as best as you can to recover And that's what I did. I just surrender, stop continuing doing as I did for 47, 48 years, hoping that the result would be different, which I did for many, many, many years. I continued doing my way, hoping that the result would be different. That's not the way it's working. Today, I know, I'm well aware of it. And yeah, that's my story. And I try to make it short. Again, I'm extremely grateful to share with very young fellows like you, a lot of very new fellows. A message I would like to give you is a message of hope. If some of you is still desperate or not convinced, it works. It works like it had worked for me, like it had worked for millions. And I'm grateful also because our how do you say, our founder, let's say so, Bill and Bob and the other friends, they were visionary in what they wrote already at the time. And today, thanks to today's vision, thanks to the technology we have today, I'm here in Switzerland, 3:30 in the morning, speaking to guys in the States, trying to pass my message, which is a message of hope. That's amazing. It's really hard also for me to just to realize it. It's really something huge. And I really assure you, I was desperate at the point that every single morning I woke up until the 21st of September last year, every single morning. After having repeated myself the night before that I will do my best not to start drinking the day after. Every single morning, the first things I did every morning was to run to the fridge to take a drink. And if the fridge was empty, the first thing I did is to get out of my apartment as soon as possible and to get a drink. And that was awful. And today, one of the first things I do every morning is to thank God I am alive after all I passed through. I don't have to run to the fridge. And again, very grateful to share my story with you. Thank you very much for listening to me, and I pass. Thank you.